The train depot buzzed with life, a vibrant hub where journeys began and ended. The air was thick with the scent of coal and oil, mixed with the sweet aroma of popcorn from a nearby stand. Travelers rushed past, their footsteps echoing against the wooden floors, while porters called out destinations over the clatter of wheels on tracks. Trains whistled in the distance, signaling arrivals and departures, creating an atmosphere filled with excitement and anticipation. Families clutched bags tightly, children darting between adults, their laughter mingling with the loud announcements echoing through the station. Some travelers looked worried, glancing at their watches as they hurried to catch their trains. Others sat on benches, staring intently at their tickets, lost in thought about where their next adventure might lead them. Among this hustle and bustle was our porter, a tall man with a keen eye for detail. He moved gracefully through the crowd, pushing a cart laden with luggage. With every turn of his head, he took in the stories unfolding around him. Little did he know that this day would hold a most unexpected surprise, one that would change everything in an instant. The porter, named Sam, was a dedicated worker known for his friendly demeanor and strong work ethic. He wore a blue uniform that had seen better days, but his smile never faded. Sam took pride in his job, always helping travelers with their heavy bags and providing directions with a cheerful tone. He loved the ebb and flow of the depot, feeling a part of the many stories unfolding around him. As he pushed his cart through the crowd, he took note of the faces around him. Children wide-eyed with wonder, parents juggling bags and little ones, and businesspeople focused on their schedules. Sam often listened to snippets of conversations as he worked, imagining the adventures that awaited each traveler. His heart swelled at the small interactions he had. A child's giggle, a grateful nod from an older passenger. These moments filled his day with joy. Though he appeared calm and collected, Sam's mind was always racing with tasks. He kept track of luggage being loaded, making sure nothing was left behind. Little did he know that this day would demand all of his attention and courage more than ever before, changing not just his routine but his entire life. As Sam maneuvered his cart through the bustling crowd, a glint of metal caught his eye in a dimly lit corner of the depot. Curiosity piqued, he paused to take a closer look. There, half hidden behind a stack of luggage, was an old strongbox, its surface scratched and worn but still sturdy. The box seemed out of place among the vibrant chaos of the station, drawing him closer despite the urgent calls for assistance around him. Sam approached cautiously, wondering how it had ended up there. The strongbox was locked tight, and an unusual combination lock adorned its front, with numbers that looked as if they had been carefully selected. He felt a strange pull toward it. Something about the box whispered secrets waiting to be uncovered. He glanced around to see if anyone else had noticed it, but most travelers were too preoccupied with their own journeys to pay attention. Intrigued, Sam knelt down beside the box and examined it more closely. As he fiddled with the lock and pondered what might be inside, he couldn't shake the feeling that this discovery would lead to something extraordinary, something that would soon change everything. As Sam knelt beside the strongbox, his fingers brushed over the cold metal, still pondering how to open it. Suddenly, a faint sound broke through the noise of the depot, a soft, pitiful cry that seemed to come from within the locked box. Sam's heart raced, and he froze in disbelief. Was he really hearing a baby crying? The sound tugged at his heartstrings, igniting a mix of concern and confusion. He leaned closer, straining to listen as another cry echoed through the air, slightly louder this time. It was unmistakable. A tiny infant was trapped inside. Panic coursed through him as he glanced around the bustling station. Could anyone else hear this? He felt an overwhelming urge to help but was paralyzed by shock. The thought of a baby locked away made no sense in such a busy place. Determined, Sam shifted back to the strongbox and focused intently on the combination lock. He could no longer ignore the cries that filled his ears with urgency. The world around him faded into the background as he realized he needed to act quickly. Time was of the essence for whoever was locked inside. With the cries of the infant growing louder, Sam felt a surge of determination wash over him. He knelt down beside the strongbox, his heart racing as he focused intently on the combination lock that held the baby captive. Sam's mind raced, recalling the numbers he had seen earlier on the lock. Could he remember them? Each cry from inside felt like a plea for help, urging him to act faster. He took a deep breath and began to experiment with different combinations, his fingers trembling as he moved each dial. The noise of the bustling depot faded into the background. All that mattered was freeing the baby. Sam could feel sweat forming on his brow as he tried one sequence after another, frustration creeping in with each failed attempt. He paused for a moment, listening closely to the cries that echoed from within the box. They were filled with desperation and fear. That sound ignited a fire within him. With renewed focus, he carefully turned the dials again, heart pounding against his chest as he repeated hopeful numbers in his mind. Each click echoed like a countdown to rescue, and he knew he couldn't give up until he opened the box and saved the infant inside. With a final click, the strongbox sprang open, and Sam's heart raced as he lifted the lid. The moment he saw the fragile infant inside, his breath caught in his throat. The tiny baby was swaddled in a tattered blanket, with big, tear-filled eyes staring up at him. Sam felt a rush of shock and compassion wash over him. It was heartbreaking to see such a small creature in such distress. The baby's cries filled the air, echoing loudly in Sam's ears as he reached gently inside the box. He carefully cradled the little one in his arms, feeling the warmth of the tiny body against his chest. Tears glistened in the baby's eyes, and Sam instinctively rocked him back and forth, whispering comforting words. "It's okay now. I've got you," he said softly, hoping to ease the infant's fear. As he held the baby close, an overwhelming sense of responsibility flooded over him. He knew he had to protect this innocent life and find out how they ended up here. With determination set in his heart, Sam began to scan the crowd around him for help, ready to uncover the mystery of how this precious child came to be locked away. As Sam held the infant close, he noticed something crumpled beneath the blanket. Carefully, he shifted the fabric aside and uncovered a small piece of paper. His heart sank as he unfolded it to reveal a ransom note written in hurried handwriting. The words were clear and alarming, demanding a large sum of money in exchange for the child's safety. The note stated that if the money wasn't delivered by a certain time, there would be dire consequences. Sam's stomach twisted in knots as he processed what this meant. The baby, small and innocent in his arms, was caught in a dangerous situation, and someone had gone to great lengths to hide this child away. His mind raced with questions. Who could do such a thing? How had the baby ended up locked in that box? With renewed urgency, Sam understood that he had to act quickly, not just for the child's safety but also to ensure that the ransom demand did not become a reality. This discovery fueled his determination to find help, unravel the mystery behind this cruel act, and protect the vulnerable life entrusted to him. As Sam cradled the infant tightly, a whirlwind of thoughts raced through his mind. He was faced with a dilemma that weighed heavily on his heart. Should he alert the authorities or try to handle the situation himself? Part of him knew that notifying the police could ensure the baby's safety and lead to justice for whoever had committed this heinous act. However, an equally strong part feared that involving the authorities might put the child at greater risk, especially given the threatening nature of the ransom note. Sam glanced around the busy depot, full of people unaware of the crisis unfolding just a few feet away. He felt a rush of protectiveness toward the tiny life in his arms. What if they took too long to arrive? What if someone was watching him, ready to snatch the baby back? The responsibility felt overwhelming, and he struggled with doubt and fear. In that moment, he made a silent promise to himself and to the child. He would do everything in his power to keep them safe. But what did that truly mean? With conflicting emotions swirling inside him, Sam knew he had to choose quickly. But what path would lead to true safety for this innocent infant? Feeling the weight of responsibility, Sam decided he couldn't face this daunting challenge alone. He looked around the busy train depot, searching for trustworthy faces who might be willing to help. Spotting a few people who seemed concerned, he approached them with urgency in his voice. "Excuse me, I need your help," he called out, his heart pounding as he explained the situation. A baby had been found locked in a strongbox and was in desperate need of safety. The onlookers exchanged worried glances before stepping forward, intrigued and alarmed by his words. A kind woman, her arms full of luggage, immediately offered to assist. "What can we do?" she asked, her eyes wide with concern. A young man with a backpack chimed in. "I can call for help. We need to get medical attention for that baby." Other friendly faces nodded, eager to join the cause. Together, they formed a small group united by a common purpose: to protect the innocent life in Sam's arms and ensure the child's safety. As they quickly brainstormed their next steps, Sam felt a surge of hope. Perhaps with their combined efforts, they could navigate this crisis and uncover the truth behind the baby's ordeal. With the baby safe in his arms, Sam and the small group quickly gathered in a quieter corner of the depot to formulate a plan. They exchanged thoughts and ideas, eager to piece together any clues about the child's identity and the motives behind the ransom note. The kind woman who had first offered her help suggested they check for any identification on the baby or clues in the area where they found the strongbox. Sam recalled seeing a small backpack nearby when he discovered the box, and with renewed hope, he sent one of the helpers to retrieve it. As they waited, they discussed possible leads. The young man with the backpack took out his phone and researched recent news stories about missing children, hoping to find any connections that could shed light on their situation. As they shared their findings, Sam felt a mix of determination and anxiety. Each moment spent searching for answers felt critical. They needed to identify who this baby was and why someone would go to such lengths to hide them away. With every piece of information gathered, Sam felt closer to uncovering the truth behind this shocking mystery and ensuring a safe future for the child in his arms. As the group pieced together the clues, tension mounted when they stumbled upon a suspicious figure lurking near the depot's exit. Sam's heart raced as he recognized the man from a security camera image he had seen in a news report about recent kidnappings in the area. The realization hit him like a jolt. This was the very person who might be behind the baby's abduction. "That's him," Sam whispered urgently, motioning for the others to stay quiet. The young man with the backpack nodded, ready to take action. Together, they quickly devised a plan to confront the kidnapper without alarming him or causing panic. They had to act fast. They couldn't let him escape again. The kind woman suggested they block his path while the young man called for help from the authorities. Sam felt a surge of adrenaline as they moved stealthily towards the figure, determination fueling every step. He couldn't let fear take over. Not now when the baby depended on them. As they drew closer, Sam's heart pounded louder than ever, knowing that this confrontation could either save the infant or put them all at risk. The moment of truth was near, and they were ready to stand up for what was right. As Sam and the group approached the suspicious man, they moved with purpose and stealth. The young man with the backpack took a deep breath and shouted, "Hey, you there!" The kidnapper turned, startled, but Sam seized the moment to step forward, holding the infant tightly against him. "You need to stop right now," he demanded, his voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through him. The suspect's eyes widened as he realized he was cornered. Just then, the kind woman called out to bystanders for help. "Someone call the police!" she shouted, her voice cutting through the tension. The crowd began to gather, their murmurs of concern growing louder. Feeling trapped, the kidnapper took a step back, but Sam stood firm. "You can't take this baby," he said with conviction. When the authorities arrived moments later, they quickly assessed the situation and took control. The kidnapper, realizing he was outnumbered and outmatched, surrendered without a fight. With relief flooding over him, Sam watched as an officer gently took the baby from his arms, ensuring the child was safe. The infant cooed softly, and Sam felt a wave of gratitude wash over him. Together with his newfound friends, they had faced danger and emerged victorious, securing a brighter future for the innocent child. In the aftermath of the rescue, Sam sat quietly on a bench in the train depot, reflecting on the whirlwind of events that had just unfolded. The once bustling station now felt different, as if he were seeing it through new eyes. The cries of the infant and the urgent camaraderie he had shared with strangers transformed his understanding of community. He realized that people are often willing to step up and help when they see someone in need. Sam felt a profound sense of bravery within himself. He had faced fear head-on to protect an innocent life. This experience taught him that true courage is not about the absence of fear, but rather about taking action despite it. He also recognized the importance of connection, how working together with others can lead to incredible outcomes. As he watched families reunite, laughter filling the air once more, Sam decided he would carry this lesson forward. No longer just a porter moving luggage from one place to another, he understood now that he played a vital role in creating a supportive environment for those around him. This event had changed him forever, instilling a deeper appreciation for life and the bonds that unite us all.